Okay, we're back. Lots of movies to discuss. What else is out?
Holy Spider, which is the new film by Ali Bassi, who is based in Copenhagen.
Wonderful, wonderful.
But you call it Copenhagen. The director made that weird troll film, Border, which is based on a story by the person who wrote Let the Right One In. Anyway, this is more down to earth. This ends with the declaration that it is inspired by true events in the city of Mashhad, Iran, between 2000 and 2001. And it starts with a quote, "Every man shall meet what he wishes to avoid." We see the city at night, which looks like a spider because it's lit up in the centre, and these kind of, the roads going off from it look like spider legs. It's a site of pilgrimage. An investigative journalist, Rahimi, arrives. She is investigating a series of murders of sex workers in the city. And when she arrives, as a single woman, she goes to check into a hotel where she gets a very chilly reception until she reveals that she's a journalist. Here's a clip.
شرمنده خانم مثل که یه مشکلی تو سیستم ما پیش اومده شرمنده تنم ولی اصلا ما پرم امشب رزرو ندارم تا خالی ندارم
یعنی چی آقا میگم من رزرو کردم
بله میدونم رزرو دارم ولی خب مسئله اینه که ما
نه مثل اینکه شما میخواین منو اذیت کنید من خبرنگارم اینم کارت خبرنگاری
خب یه لحظه صبر کنید میگم خبرنگار باشه اوکی نظرشون اوکی خیلی خب بفهمید خانم
چی شد حل شد مشکل
اوکی شد حل شد
She has two faces there, and when she's told she can't check in, it's the face we all have. Yes. There's a problem with you. No, really? And then the error is fixed.
Yeah, so what happens is as soon as they realise that she's... Oh, yes, suddenly we don't have a problem with it because you're not the person. Then she has a different face. So... the identity of the killer is really hardly a mystery because the film sort of shows us very early on who the spider killer is. Somebody who claims to be waging a jihad against vice and says that they are going to rid the street of whores. But we meet this person, who they pray, they have a family life, they have wife, children. He's a builder who we discover at one point wishes that he had been martyred in the war. He wants to make something of himself and he thinks that what he's doing is that. But the film also kind of very clearly shows the way in which, what he's also doing is fulfilling his own desires whilst hiding it behind a kind of mask of, I am waging a war against vice. Here's the thing about the film. The juxtaposition of domesticity and murder is horrible. The treatment of the journalist who is accused of turning her own life into a scandal sort of creates this, the kind of environment in which this misogyny is absolutely pervasive. Meanwhile, the police are getting nowhere solving the crimes. And the mother of one of the victims says, he's cleaning up the streets for them. Why do you think they'd arrest him? Now, obviously, there are echoes of, of the Peter Sutcliffe case. For UK audiences, I was thinking at some point of Pat Barker's book, Blow Your House Down. The soundtrack has got this kind of creepy, almost insect-like sort of crackling sound on it. But what's really, really disturbing about it is the atmosphere in which it appears that many people are on the side of the killer. They were corrupt women. Your father took care of it. He was doing his duty. So I thought what the film was about this absolutely horrific culture of misogyny. And now, I should say that a colleague of mine, Wendy Ide, feels very differently about the film and feels that the film has a prurient aspect to it. I didn't think that, but I should acknowledge that she does because I think it's obviously a film that's going to hit people in different ways. There were times that it reminded me of Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. There were times that it reminded me of... Well, as I said, Blow Your House Down, which I take it, which for me is a sort of very high bar. It is a very disturbing portrait of a world in which misogyny is absolutely rife and male violence is seen as horribly justified. I found it very disturbing, but I thought deservedly so.
And that's called Holy Spider, cinematic release.
Yes. Hey, Simon, apparently we've got 20 seconds to tell people how fabulous NordVPN is.
Okay, 1, you get access to streaming services in other countries. 2, you save money on booking holidays as well as having premium cybersecurity on your devices, and all for the price of a coffee a month.
To get your exclusive NordVPN deal, go to nordvpn.com/KMTake for a huge discount on your NordVPN plan and a bonus gift.
It's completely risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The link is in the description below.